My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Elden Ring here in the inner consecrated snowfield. I have a couple of things still marked on my map, as well as a couple of things that I have marked in between episodes. There is a little bit of a circular object over here, looking like that's sort of man-made. We've got the air tree, minor air tree rather, over there too. Another minor air tree over here, also not yet marked on the map. And then a lot more to explore in this area down here as well, the Giant's Grave Post, where I'd basically just turned back around. Is there anything that I put out in a different area as well? I don't recall so. Ah, yes, no, there's one specific that we'll actually do at the very start of this as well, the Summon Water Village outskirts. Thank you, Bjorn, for the tip. There is a talisman here that I might find particularly incredibly important. Let's also see if maybe changing my armor set back away seems a good idea for us at this point. Look, I like the armor set with the big cloak. It's actually growing on me a lot. But our damage is so much better if we can just thump a foe immediately. A little less certain about what I would do for the second one. Still a medium load? Alright. All is well and good with the world. So this is where we fought the first Tibia Marina and first impressed D. Over on the other one. And now we know the general rules of ruins. There's always going to be something in them, even if it's hidden. Yeah, there's even more of the ruin over here. And that'll be it. So I'm guessing at the time I just didn't have a stone sword key to use. Thankfully now I have far too many. Stone sword key was lost with use. Doo-da, doo-da. Stone sword key was lost with use. Doo-da-doo-da-doo. Good farm for pickled turtlenecks if we need it. Or turtlenecks ready to pickle. We just get the turtleneck meat as it starts out. Unless we pickle the entire dungeon and then come back later. Green Turtle Talisman. This is... there it is. A talisman in the shape of a green turtle raises stamina recovery speed. Definitely the kind of thing that we would want to use. Turtles are known as an nutritious ingredient, symbolic of the inexhaustible power. However, those who hold turtles to be wise creatures consider the practice of eating their meat to be barbarous. You know what that means then. Now I must intentionally... Ooh, I also have Moog's Omen. Hang on, we should look at those stuff. Remembrance of the Bloodlord. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go to that in just a second. Where are my pickled turtlenecks? There they are. I can craft 50 of them. And it's only costing me turtleneck meat? Like, herba is fine. Yeah, sure. 50 turtlenecks. That's how many I'd like. Thank you. And then I'm going to place them here. Because... I hold turtles to be wise creatures, and I am barbarous, so therefore I must eat their meat, right? That is the way that unfolds logically, I'm pretty sure. Having now completed that, I'm a little tempted to jump back to the Table of Lost Grace. Yeah, let's do that. I want to see what Moog's remembrance will offer us. And the lore, possibly, on those pieces. First off, let's have a look at the remembrance itself. Remembrance of Moog, Lord of Blood, hewn into the Erd Tree. Wishing to raise Mikola to full godhood from demigod, Moog wished to become his consort, taking the role of monarch. But no matter how much of his bloody bedchamber he tried to share, he received no response from the young Empyrean. Interesting. I mean, Mikola is, as far as we saw, not breathing. Perhaps the attempt to transform a demigod into a god was met with death very effectively. Okay, Mogwin's Sacred Spear has 27 arcane on it, Great Spear Pierce with the Blood Boon Ritual. Raise the Sacred Spear up and stab the body of the Formless Mother. Stab up to 3 times, creating explosions of blood with each thrust, and the skill will coat armament with blood flame for a while. The Trident of Mohg, Lord of Blood, a sacred spear, will come to symbolize his dynasty. As well as serving as a weapon, this is an instrument of communion with an outer god who bestows power upon accursed blood. The Mother of Truth desires a wound. So we see Formless Mother, both capitalized, Formless and Mother there. We see the Mother of Truth desires a wound and piercing the body of the Formless Mother. So the Mother of Truth is another way to refer to the Formless Mother, which we're seeing here as like an entity in its own right with the capitalization. Let's see if the other one tells us a bit more. Seems it might. Thrust arm into the body of the Formless Mother, then scatter the blood flame to set the area ablaze. Can be done whilst in motion. The Mother of Truth craves wounds. When Mohg stood before her, deep underground, his accursed blood erupted with fire, and he was besotted with the defilement that he was born into. The Mother of Truth. Is that a reference to the Lord of Frenzied? Well, no, not the Lord of Frenzied Flame. The Three Fingers? I say this only because Mohg stood before her, deep underground, his accursed blood erupted into fire, right? So the influence of flame, of chaos, over someone who had been Lord of Blood, right? So then we get the influence of blood and flame, blood flame. His accursed body erupted with fire, and he was besotted with the defilement that he was born into. The defilement that he was born into. So Mohg is an omen, so he was born into curse. His accursed blood erupting with fire. I hope I get to learn more about the Mother of Truth that they are talking about here, because don't know so much right now. Hello, Lord of Blood's robe. Attire of Mohg, Lord of Blood, embroidered with an extravagant gold emblem on black cloth. The dress of a luminary, capital L luminary, the reigning lord and hierarch of the coming dynasty of Mohgwyn, or perhaps of a reigning lunatic. Do we see anything else from his equipment? No, just the robe. Intriguing. Although we also do have Niall stuff here. Was a lone survivor who commanded the spirits for a long past master. Actually, I think I've already seen these. The Ancient General did not die, nor did he have anywhere to fade away. Yes, no, I have seen those before. Let's move on. I have news about some of these unlocated demigods, Gideon Ofnir. I found the Lord of Blood, and I found Mikola. Yes. Mohgwyn Palace.
Oh, so that's where the so-called Lord of Blood was hiding himself, eh? A fitting little squat for that deluded maniac to bleat about the revival of his precious dynasty, while he turns our fellow tarnished into bloody fingers. Let him stay there. That way, his delusions will remain as they are, distant and unattainable. But perhaps it's worth looking into. If what I've heard is right, then maybe. My apologies.
Maybe Mikola is there, but we already know that.
The information you shared is of great value. As promised, your reward. And it is a wondrous thing indeed. You are a true fellow. All I ask is that you remain constant.
The Fervor's Cookbook 3. About the Lord of Blood's cocoon.
I see. So Mikola was with the Lord of Blood after all. That is some fine intelligence indeed. With it, the final clue has been brought into the light. One of the last few pieces of the round table. I need to put everything together. As promised, allow me to impart to you the last of the secret rites, known only to me.
The law of causality. Let's have a look at what we've just picked up. Law of causality is going to be an incantation. One of the incantations of Golden Order fundamentalists, one of the key fundamentals, manifests a small ring of causality within that allows the caster to automatically retaliate upon receiving a certain number of blows. The fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the powers of regression and causality. Causality is the pull between meanings, that which links all things in a chain of relation.
Well, I wonder if he continues his slumber within the cocoon, all would be well. But perhaps it would be safer to destroy it. Mikola is the one thing that remains a mystery to me.
Perhaps it would be safer to destroy it. I wonder if I can.
I'd expect to find Melania there. She who fought Radahn to a standstill. Well, if the scarlet rot hasn't eaten her away completely. But with the Halig tree as it is, I suppose Mikola must already be. My apologies. Lost myself for a moment there. The information you shared is of great value.
Oh, this is information too.
A secret rite, known only to me. You are a true fellow.
A secret rite known only to you. Black Flame's protection.
There are 4 more Demic Mikola of the Halig tree.
We know where that one is.
Twin, Melania.
We know where she is.
Princess Rani, daughter to Renala.
We don't know where she is at the moment, but we've interacted with her already.
And
we know that.
If you should learn I'll trade. We both as such.
Alright, yep. All of that is the rest of the dialogue that he's already provided multiple times over. That'll be another incantation in the Black Flame's protection. The Black Flame incantation of the Godskin Apostles. Summons Black Flame within, increasing physical damage negation. However, sacred flasks and other forms of HP restoration are impaired. The Apostles were all embraced by the Gloam-Eyed Queen, and the Black Flame was their armor within. Gloam-Eyed Queen led the Apostles. It is said she is an Empyrean chosen by the Fingers. Gloam-Eyed Queen was Rani, right? Just to be clear, it's a very long time ago that I last read things referencing the Gloam-Eyed Queen, but I'm almost certain that one's Rani. So we should be looking at Sword of Night and Flame. It's not this one, is it? Astrologers who preceded the sorcerers established their mountaintops that nearly touched the sky and considered the fire giants their neighbors. No. However, I believe it is a heavy sword. Darkmoon Greatsword. No. Although that might give us some information that we now have better context to understand. Rani's sigil is a full moon, cold and leaded. But this sword is a beam of its light. No. Godslayer, this is the one I was looking for. Sacred Sword of the Dusk-Eyed Queen, that's the Gloam-Eyed Queen as well, who controlled the Godskin Apostles before her defeat at the hands of Malekith. Well, that is indeed interesting. Before her defeat at the hands of Malekith? So I don't think it can be Rani. There's not a huge amount that really refers consistently to the Gloam-Eyed Queen. So unfortunately, I think I may have missed something key to understanding her. That said, nothing else. Well, I was about to say nothing else here for us to do, but let's very, very quickly check if Hugh, you've any upgrading you can do for us. That's a strong no. Ashes of War. Now, I do have Prelate's Charge currently on this. However, I am giving it the heavy modifier anyhow. So if I'm giving a weapon the heavy modifier, I might want to just concern myself with the Ash of War that I'm giving them instead. Prelate's Charge itself is an interesting Ash of War. I don't think it's bad. Doesn't do a lot of damage though. Let's have a look at some of our other options, because one that was mentioned in the comments does make my heart smile if it's possible. And that is something that is most otherwise associated with the Claymore. If you know, you know. All right, where are we? Beasts, no. Royal Knights Resolve, Beasts Roar, no. It's possible I do not have it. Mighty Shot, Shield Crash. Looks like I don't. So, apparently, you can get the Lion's Claw, which kind of looks like Artorias flipping over a greatsword, right? It would have been like 70 episodes ago that I last saw it. It was the first time we were going through Castle Morn, I believe is actually where it is. Good lord, that's a long time ago, come to think of it. I still do really want to get up to the top of this structure. Ah, but we're doing that from over on the other way. Interesting. So I could teleport here, then we'll have like a whole new area to explore as well. But I feel probably best getting back to the site of grace that we started this whole episode at. And then following the bead to 1, and then across left to 2. So we're seeing a lot of the glowstones in the area, but we're seeing them also quite clearly. I wonder if the... No, Blizzard's not letting up, unfortunately. That's what I was hoping. I'll take these Mikkela's Lilies from you. God, I am going to 1, yeah? Okay. Ooh! Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook. Also, I should check out the Fervor. Fervor's Fury? Fervor's Fury Cookbook number 3? Something like that? Albanuric Rise? You must solve the puzzle to enter. Alright, before we start doing that, let's have a look at these cookbooks we just picked up. Academy Magic Pot and Fervor's Cookbook number 3. That's the first Fervor's. And I'm missing a lot of these cookbooks. Bewitching Branch. Okay, so that is using a record of crafting techniques left by a man who was utterly captivated by Centrina. He continued the search for her in his slumber. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following, the Bewitching Branch. That is pretty cool, though. Let's have a look at the Academy Magic Pot, too. Academy Magic Pot uses to inflict heavy magic damage. This pot, considered a faux sorcery, was employed to protect the Academy. It scales B with int, but enchanted by Raya Lucaria sorceries. Neat! Sacred Order Pot, highly effective against those who live in death, even preventing them from rising again. Finally, we know what the Holy Water Pots are for. Beast Law, Albanuric. Man! Ugh. I'm looking through all of this and I'm like, yo, I'm a level 139 at this point. I don't craft that many things, and I'm probably not going to get that many more benefits from crafting things anymore. But at the same rate, this is such a robust system. I really, really think you could do probably like a consumables slash rune level 1 kind of run. Obviously, you would need to know the attack patterns of all the enemies and those kinds of things, but that comes with time. The Empyrean Mikkela is loved by many people. Indeed, he has learned well how to compel such affection. Okay. What's this problem you want me to solve? These are the... the 2 imps. Ah! That imp looked like it had a little bit of a blue glow to it. It disappeared. It didn't give us any runes. Okay, so this is going to be similar to one we found previously in an Altus Plateau area. And I think it is that all of these golems are going to be spawning from an area. Golems, they're imps, sorry. All of these imps are going to be spawning from an area, and the origin of where they're spawning from is what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case, as I just saw that one spawn. It's also very, very unlikely because they're not giving me really any payoff as far as I can see for killing any of these. It's pretty unlikely that what they want me to do is just battle royale my way through a bunch of imps. Flip, flip, flip. Ooh, that has such good tracking too. So there's something else that's hiding them. So we see a glowstone placed next to these imps, and they are immobilized as a result. Can I perhaps immobilize an imp by dropping a glowstone myself? I'm gonna take that one as a no. You know what? Totally deserve that. I was so focused on not trying to combat them that I let them combat me the entire way until there was no me to combat anymore. That's full success on their behalf. Nothing better to say about it. Centrinas. I do wonder if it might just be Centrina's torch reveals something blah blah blah, different thing, something something. Silver. Imitate that of the sacred drop of dew, which is part of the absurd rumor. Could an item specifically be an interaction that they want me to do here? I struggle to think of how. Keep along the river. There's a puzzle I must solve. However, I cannot see the puzzle because the imps that would previously have comprised the puzzle fought one another. Is there something in that? Interesting descent path that's marked by the glowstones over there. We'll do that at some point. Is there something they mean by that? That the puzzle is not available because the imps were petrified. Anyone got a fragrant branch of yore? Ooh, I see a guide and gatekeeper returning those to roots in the distance. Hello? Oh, I must have already gotten the catacomb you're pointing to. Nice. Although, kind of anti-nice. Because I would have liked there to be another catacomb to explode. I feel like I'm getting pretty close to the end of the game. In that I can't think of that many more new areas. I've been warned that if I think the game is about to end, I'm probably wrong unless it is related to this. At which point, I should probably start wrapping up all of the other things that I want to do. It's good to know what the point of no return is, so that I don't accidentally screw up too many things. Okay, I guess I'll hold around the top side of the cavern here, and then ride my way back down to the rise. Scream in the distance. I don't trust it. Hefty beast bones. Some golden runes. Even more wolvies. Can't pull up my map, unfortunately. I've probably gone far past the rise at this point. Let's use this as our exit. Ah, it's a Red Wolf of Radigan. Hello. It's going to be a hell of a time trying to fight one of those in and amongst this area. Ooh, but there's a teleporter there. That is a red wolf? What? There was like an invader spirit wolf over there as well. This is a whole thing. I've accidentally discovered a thing. Can I just climb this, get a better view, maybe use the cannon, rain down hellfire upon everyone? Okay, when I said get a better view, I was a little ignorant of the fact that there's not going to be much of any view here for me. I'm seeing a lot more nascent butterflies these days. What's its description again? This butterfly appears as though it has emerged from its cocoon for its entire life. I messed up. I found a whole new thing that I need to take care to go back to at some point. Let me drop that. But it was too much of a path for us right now. What we need is some good old-fashioned puzzling. Could it be related to a specific item? Yes. Would it be related to a specific item that's probably not from this area? Unlikely. Albanoric's Rise is the name of it. Albanoric's Rise. I wonder if maybe summoning an Albanuric is the way to go. Because I do believe I actually have the ability to summon in that area. Which actually seemed a little weird to me at the time, but wouldn't seem that weird if it turns out to be the solution, you see. Let's try summoning an Albanuric. I have Lieutenant. Lieutenant the Albanuric. The very thing herself. Hello, Lieutenant. You care to help me in here? Gonna solve a puzzle, enter? One problem with this being the solution is... No, because summoning spirits has been the solution for a puzzle before. I can't discount whether or not it can be the solution. Just based on the fact that I'm not able to summon multiple times without reloading. I mean, I kind of want to search a little bit further afield, but we've already searched up here, and we know that one doesn't pay dividend. Maybe I need my Albanuric to be the one who takes out these targets. So let's draw their aggro, and then I'm going to run back to Lieutenant. Wow, they're powerful and Lieutenant is weak. Well. You know what? It's definitely related to summoning. Solve the puzzle to enter. This is the only thing that's being lit up by the environment, so that's supposedly our biggest clue. That's me again trying to read the environment. So what is it? It's imps, right, that were stacked previously atop one another as presenters of the puzzle. engaging in combat with one another? Do I have like imp ashes? Well, I guess the only way to really check is to teleport away. Can I summon the ashes of imps? I'm going to teleport to Ordina Liturgical Town so that even if I don't get the positive on that, I can just go up to the minor air tree and hope there's something there for me to clear out. Okay, so chests. Albanuric ashes. Just straight up Albanuric. Yeah, I take him. Well, we haven't got those, but I did get the Albanuric ashes out of there, so we'll try that at some point in the future. For the moment, though, go to the entry. Minor. We can see some juicy goose Albanurics up in this area. Ooh, are you casting death? Hello, Albanurics. You came to play this time, I see. Absolutely not getting involved with any of that, so thank you. For just showing us from the outset that getting closer is not the play for us. That is one of those air tree defenders. We've seen them many times before. They are incredibly weak. I wouldn't want to get too many of them on my tail at the same time, but I don't think they're going to follow me this far. All right, buddy. Let's go. Flipsy dipsy. Damn it! Okay, the problem there was that the AoE they put on the floor is super powerful. And I wanted to keep up my poise damage. Okay, if I want to keep up my poise damage and they're doing that, I should do what I didn't do in the Moog the Omen fight and just keep up my damage on them by throwing darts and throwing daggers and stuff like that. I know it's the right thing to do. I know it solves the problem, I just haven't done it yet. Sometimes you know a thing and you know that that thing will help, but you're trying so hard to hold on to doing all of the other things to a reasonable degree that it makes it difficult to integrate a new thing. But that doesn't mean you should be stubborn. I say directly to me. How was that everywhere that I was? It seems almost as though they had worked to spray their effect only in the direction that I would retreat. And along the exact line that I would use to retreat. Laying napalm on my exit route. I just expected more of you, you putrid avatar. No, I'm not being ad homonymic here. You are literally those two things. Sure, maybe I put a little spice on the way I said it, but... That should have kept the damage up reasonably. And there we go. We knock you. I'm going to get some stamina back before I take my shots. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I stayed in really, really close at the end there, knowing that there were 2 attacks that the enemy could do after I did my charged R2. They were coming back up. There's 2 attacks that they could have done that was going to come out faster than my response could, and that I would be ending up taking damage to. And I just let them. I knew one of them was going to be the butt slam. I was in way too close, in too deep, and trying to keep up above my head. And I knew that the other one was going to be the Scarlet Slam. And I know that I'm directly next to the enemy. Those 2 are the most likely attacks for them to be engaging in at this point. Let's try that from a different perspective. Good counter swing on that. Oh! Okay, I got very lucky that his response didn't harm me there. Keep that poise damage up. I might have lost poise damage now. Never mind. Oh! That's the power of poise, baby. Okay, roll away. Take a heal. I can get away from this easily. Didn't even cost that much stamina. I'm gonna go for the flip. Back up, back up, back up. I don't need to keep up my poise damage, so I'm just gonna make distance, not even bother about changing. Maybe I could have used the Wanderer's Physic in that time. This is a bit close. No! Too early? I didn't think there was even gonna be such a thing for that attack. It's almost like they wound it up. What? Did they legitimately change the timings of just the putrid avatar so it would still throw you off? Devilish if so. Do not put it beyond them. Oh god. That's a huge problem. Great area denial on their behalf right there. You do the explosion effect, I'm gonna end you. How much we get? Holy crumbs. Okay, I should be using a gold pickled foulfoot basically every single fight. How do I craft them? 4-toed foulfoot found by hunting birds. Literally, I can only make 1. Wow. Let's have a look at the pickups we made from that one too. Uh-oh. Makes consecutive attacks grow stronger. I think this was the one. The resulting concoction makes consecutive attacks grow stronger the longer they continue. Only lasts for a short period of time. Increases charge attacks. Results in attacks that are more likely to break enemy stances. Only lasts for a short period of time. That would actually be pretty good for us. Ruptured? Yeah, okay. I think we got a second copy of Ruptured as well. A defective tier that possesses absolutely no medicinal qualities. The hard way learned for some, faith can be a volatile matter after all. It causes the concoction to explode. Oh, we also have the Moog's Great Rune. Seek the Divine Tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Lanedel's Eastern Ward. Wait, of East Altus. East Altus, sorry. Stands beyond the Great Bridge from Lanedel's Eastern Ward. We should definitely do that sooner rather than later. Lanedel's Eastern Ward? This? So wait, we already have the ability to do this. Fine, let's teleport over there and do that in just a second. I gotta go and run around this tree. Gotta do a quick ring-a-ring-a-rosy. And if there's any materials around, I will stuff my pockets full of posies. Nope. Those just for material upkeep we don't need. That's an arterial leaf, I believe. This is the drop from this area, which is relatively simple to do. We've seen it on the other side as well. Let's drop that Albanuric rise and keep this as unsolved. Drop the mark we have on the minor air tree. And then I think it's probably time for us to teleport out of here. Getting more Moog. I just don't remember clearing an area that I didn't have the ability to then use a rune in for an Altus Plateau. Evidently I had. Oh, this one does look pretty sick, though. You know what? Let me back up and get an appreciation from that from a larger angle. Maybe something that would better contextualize what it is in the thumbnail. I mean, look at that. It's got space for the whole Elden Ring text above. Gimme. And then the lore attached. Please. Moog's Great Rune. Thank you. Its blessing imparts a blessing of blood to summoned phantoms and imparts a phantom great rune upon successful invasion. Moog and Morgott are twin brothers, and their great runes are naturally similar. But Moog's rune is soaked in accursed blood from his devout love for the wretched Maya that he was born into far below the earth. Far below the earth. I wonder if it's much deeper than anything we've even seen. Speaking of below the earth, there is definitely more down here for us to explore as well. Areas of the lake that I don't think we've given enough attention to. Is there anything else underground that seems still... I mean, apparently I think I need to go to the Lake of Rot shoreside again to explore more. I'd be a little surprised by that, but there is a boss here for me to kill also. I think I'm gonna head to the Table of Lost Grace for the moment. Pop a couple of levels. I also think, I'm almost entirely certain at this point, I'm not going to be using the Blood Flame incantation on offer. Make absolutely certain. Yeah, requires 17 arcane. I'm never going to be leveling that. Requires arcane as well. Okay, so the Remembrance of the Blood Lord. You can be popped. 30,000? Surprisingly little. Newman's Rune? How much does it cost it for a level at this point? Okay, so we can definitely get 2 levels. We're a little far probably from getting 3, and I don't think our Great Runes are going to get us across the line there. So for the levels we're going to take, I do want to get strength up to 85, especially because I'm doing most of my scaling with strength damage at the moment. My faith is never going to get to a reasonable degree at this rate. Oh well. So it is. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring. Series playlist up at the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Stream cost on the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on Patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thank tier, and a special thanks to this episode to David. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.